What we're doing is we're setting up for clothing. The general public will come in and we will have all of the clothing labeled and organized and set out so they can come in and get a few items of clothing and then go back to either to the shelter or to homes where they're staying with family and friends.
Now, how are y'all sorting these clothes by what?
By age, or by size, by gender, shoe sizes, men's, women's, children's. Everything will be neatly organized.
And then, so now this isn't an evacuation shelter. Is this just a place to pick up supplies like clothes in this case?
Clothing only. For food, you would need to go to the maintenance department on Allie Beat.
Okay.
I can't slow down low enough for them. You can check all you want. Thank you, sir. You just keep on going right on out the other way. Thank you. Still resuming or still maintaining normal operations.
Okay, all of the snacks you see here, Bobby and Patty Goki gave those to us before their store was flooded. So instead of losing all that, they brought them to the church. All the water has been donated by the Polk County community. This is where we're feeding. This is where they're sleeping. This is our little kitchen that we're cooking everything in.
So what are y'all cooking to serve people?
Fresh hot food. Today we had chicken noodle soup, homemade chicken noodle soup. Benny Fogelman came down, brought all the ingredients and cooked it. We also this morning received breakfast from the Methodist Church in Livingston. They brought it down. Tomorrow we have another lady coming down that's going to cook breakfast for us. If you want to come with me, I'll show you.
Go ahead.
This is our makeshift pantry, so we can feed the people that we have. Some of these people will be with us long term since they lost their house and everything else they own.
Now, y'all have Sunday school classes. What did y'all do with your separate Sunday school classes for local evacuees?
Well, we haven't had Sunday school yet. This started Monday. So we're just going to have to kind of wing it Sunday.
So, but y'all's letting people stay in?
We are.
Yeah.
We are.
How does that work? And tell me about that.
This is the clothes closet.
Okay, here's our clothes closet. Wow, lots of stuff.
This is just the children's. We have the clothes closet always.
Okay,
That's
so-
open year round.
Okay.
So, we have, we try to give people as much privacy as we can. There's a man sleeping in this room. This is our paper goods and, no, this is our clothes closet.
Yeah, another clothes closet.
Yes, another clothes closet.
Okay.
This is our sleeping supplies that we've got.
Cots, mattresses, pads, sheets, pillow cases, and bed linens.
We have people sleeping in the pastor's office. We have people sleeping in our nursery. We have people sleeping in our sanctuary.
Now, these are people that's been flooded and they've lost their homes completely flooded. They have no place to stay. So y'all's gonna let them stay here as long as they need?
We are. We're gonna take care of them as long as we need to take care of them.
Do you feel like, this is sort of what you're called to do?
It is what we're called to do. It is what we're called to do. It's what everybody's called to do. We're not a shelter.
Yeah.
We've never been a shelter. We didn't have a choice. We had to become a shelter. And we're going to rise to the occasion. We have good people.
Yeah.
And Polk County has responded amazingly.
This is a terrible disaster, and I can tell you that we're mobilizing several different ministries as we speak. We have a clothes bank, and we're attempting right now to get clothes to the shelter. We're preparing food in our kitchen to take to the different shelters. Once Polk County gets approved by FEMA, we're then going to offer our computer services for people to, if they can get to our church, we'll help them apply online for FEMA. We actually have some people who have some experience doing that and can kind of help you get through the red tape. But I know that we have to get approved. Polk County has not yet been approved. I'm certain they will, but that has to happen first. And then we realize that one of the most immediate needs after that will be cleanup. All persons who have houses or homes that are affected by this, we're going to put put together as many work teams as we possibly can to go in and do cleanup and get all the water damage out so that it's as minimal as possible. And then from there, we want to kind of speak to people and find out what their needs are and how we can meet them where they are. Well, you know, something like this transcends denominations. I mean, this is the body of Christ coming together, and it doesn't matter. Baptist Church of Christ doesn't matter. Methodist, none of that matters right now. What matters is meeting the needs of people and being the hands and feet of Christ. And there's a lot of great Christian folks of all denominations in this community, and they're doing as much or far more than we are.